Hey guys, Louie here with a quick talk about the movement in the market today. The exciting move all the way up to 26 on silver. And of course, you knew gold was going to hit 2,000, right? You saw that coming. So that is just wonderful news for all stackers. I'm just pleased as punch for everybody. So what to do next? Now is the time to start thinking about what you will do if the price drops. And just like I said a few days ago, I thought we'd be back at 26. Well, I think we're going to have a range here, and I think it'd be wise to expect it to pull back. And it may not, and then no harm, no foul if it keeps going up to 35, which is my target. But if it does pull back, I think you ought to already say to yourself, after listening to this video, silver is 26 today. What price do I sell if it starts dropping? And I would say make that make that differential really wide. And I can't blame you if you sell some, or if you want to sell it all, that's fine. But I think now would be the time to loosen up your stops, or certainly on your physical stack, loosen them up a little bit, and be prepared for a drop to 22, maybe even 20. But I think it'll get bought up pretty fast if it does gap down like that. So, but what will you do? What is your price range? What is your bottom line you're going to sell if you think it's going back down? I don't think it's going back down. I think it's just going to be moving in a volatile fashion as it edges back up. And so I'm predicting a $20 to $26 range, and if it opens tomorrow, at 27 or 28, then this video is not useful. But I'm preparing myself mentally for it to go down because I'm planning on holding. I'm going to plan on hold. Yes, I could go to the LCS tomorrow and cash in a lot of profits. But I'm planning on holding all of my bullion, and until we get up above 26, seriously above 26, and then I might consider selling some. I can't tell you what that number is. I don't know offhand. But at some point you ought to lighten up a little bit and wait for a pullback. But I don't think we're there yet. I think people are just finally catching on. And I think we will bounce around a bit, and then we will find ourselves bouncing back up and through. With the silver miners, it didn't take long. I don't know what they're up now, 50-60% from, a month and a half ago. So that turned out to be like nice trades, and I'm still in them. I sell half from time to time, and then on a dip I buy it back. In regard to my SLV position, I wrote the covered calls on it, so when it dropped, I bought the covered calls back, and then got to ride it back up. Oh, that's my daughter. Back to the video. In regard to premium, see, here's the other thing that, especially if you haven't bought much silver yet, is that the premiums, expand, as you may know, sometimes very high, and the premiums also shrink from time to time. Well, that has to do with the supply. Supply is curtailed. Okay, everybody knows it now. Supply is curtailed. That's why Silver Eagles are going to 45 bucks or something, the 2020s anyway, and probably beyond. I mean, if you want to get a monster box of 2020s for collectability, for low mintage, because the U.S. Mint, can't produce silver and gold at the same time, and I would suspect they'd opt to produce gold before they would produce silver, because silver's going to be hard to get. I mean, I don't even know if they're getting their planchets or not. But supply is curtailed, and you're going to see premiums. Now, even now that we're up in the 26 area, you're going to see premiums increase. And, I know you think sometimes that as prices go up, premiums ought to drop, but demand is going up and supply is curtailed. So I would suggest that if you're trying to build your stack, rather than wait for a giant pullback, just really consider buying silver with low premium. If there is any out there, or if you have an LCS that'll sell you something for a reasonable price over spot, because even if silver does drop back to $20, I just don't think there's going to be much to buy. And you could see the premiums go, to $10 on generic, right? It's a matter of supply and demand, and the retailers are in the business of making a profit. So don't wait too long. I know a lot of people recommend, waiting for the big pullback, but if you've been doing that the last couple of weeks, it hasn't worked out so well. So I do think you should buy on a pullback, if there is one. But that pullback may only be $1, might only be $1.50. So what's important, I think what's more important, I think, is the premium you pay. And if you can find anywhere with decent silver, with reasonable to low premiums, that's what I'd be buying if I was just getting into stacking. So there's a little advice for you. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Louie signing out. Bye now.